All right, good evening, everybody. We are back at the man cave. Got a little video for you today. Everyone's already talked about it, but I want to give my 2 cents. It's about that woman who was complaining about Cheesecake Factory. Because, people like to think that they're above these chain restaurants, but whatever. I don't really care. So, anyway, we're going to play a video. It's about 6+ minutes, and then in and out. Be minimum of commentary during it. But let's play it and get see what happens. Enjoy.
Let me just get the door for you.
Okay.
Right off the bat, she's on a date recording. Can we go one day without having to have a phone in our hands? Seriously?
Got me at the Cheesecake Factory, y'all. I ain't getting out this car.
And her attitude, we're not even a minute in, and she's already showing attitude for being taken out and not having to spend a dime.
Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Okay.
You're recording me?
Yeah. Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory.
And
This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant. Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
a guy that doesn't mind taking a fat woman to the Cheesecake Factory. You're clearly overweight. So what's the big deal? Like, what are you complaining about? A chain restaurant? So what?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh, yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
So I'm gonna just go on a limb. This is probably their first date. First date. She's acting like this is her car, like her man's car. You're acting high maintenance, and you got the hoop earrings, you got the extensions, and all right, yep. I said I was gonna keep it down to a minimum.
Oh, okay.
And she locked you out your own car. Oh, hell no.
So
Yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
So you expect a man to go all out on the first date. Is that right?
I mean, you're supposed to. When you take out a beautiful woman and you're courting her, because I get courted. So you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her.
Well, when you're courting a woman, a real woman doesn't have to have pounds of makeup on, fake hair, in a lime green dress where you should be working the streets on 42nd. Are you serious? You look like more like an escort. Are you seriously trying to say you're above and beyond? This is like that Boondocks cartoon. I swear, you men need to do better. Like, you can tell he's a nice guy, and unfortunately, he picked the wrong one.
You're supposed to cover her. You're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right?
Yeah.
It's all the things your mother taught us as young men to do. But the problem is, when a mother teaches their son all those traits, she doesn't teach him the things that the father would teach the son. That not all women deserve that. You'll hear more women say to do all these things, A, B, C, X, Y, Z, but they don't have the heart to be honest and tell the boys that there's a lot of these type of women out there that you shouldn't treat like this, because they don't want the idea that you'll look at all women like this. So they just blur it out and just say, yeah, treat women like this, this, and this, and yeah, you'll figure it out when you get older and ruin your damn life.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I agree.
Not
I
at the
went
Cheesecake
into this
Factory?
date as I expect, with the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, to respect you, pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty
and then-
nice, but I mean,
And then
Cheesecake Factory.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative, and at least
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
You first locked the doors on him. Number one. Number two, you picked up the phone and went on TikTok and basically started biatching about what? Because you're going to a chain restaurant. You refuse to get out this man's car. I can already see you're not spending a dime. What the hell are you complaining? You really don't know the answer? This is how oblivious most of you women are. You have no idea how ignorant you really are. And she has a face like she's above it. If boss babes,
I mean, like, even like when we were walking to the car, you wouldn't put your hand around my arm or anything like that, or hold my hand or anything like that.
I mean, it's too early for that.
Okay,
I
yeah,
don't know
and
you.
I
Yeah.
can respect that. I can.
oh, so it's too early just to do the simple basic things, but you expect it to be right on time to go to an expensive restaurant where the menus don't have prices? Are you freaking kidding? See what I'm talking about? This entitlement? Y'all entitled. It ain't just pretty ones. And I ain't including her with pretty. She's okay, but she looks like she's in her 40s, probably pushing 45. This kid looks young. I can guarantee you this. I'm just going to throw it out there. I guarantee you this. The men that you used to go out with didn't have to do any of this. They didn't have to court you to get in your drawers. They didn't have to do none of that. You would have just given it up because they were fly or had swag. But you got tired of it, but you like what they were jiving with. You were enjoying what they were packing with. And that was fine until you started getting really old and used up. And then all of a sudden, the guys who were non-existent in your eyes now came out of nowhere, out of the blue. And everyone's just like, you know what? I want to be courted. You ever notice these videos on TikTok? It's always these old women talking about, I want to be courted. I want to be taken out on dates. I want to be this. I want to be that. Okay. But why didn't you pick those guys? Oh, because they were oblivious to you. You only saw the bottom 10% of men for the fun and games because they had the swag and packing. You fantasized about having the top 10% of men who basically would be everything every woman's dream. And then you had the 80% of men that none of you saw coming because they're non-existent until you became useless. Oh, it's too early to hold hands, but it's not too early to be spending hundreds of dollars on dinner.
When I got to your apartment to pick you up, you didn't want to invite me in. I can respect that too. We're not
Again, I don't
we're not
know
there.
yet.
Okay. And then, but
I mean, I feel like I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do as a woman.
Yeah, of course you do, because accountability is like the plague. You will dodge it every chance you get. I'm doing everything right. Of course you're doing everything right. You're a woman. You always think you're doing everything right until the thing goes wrong. And then you say, oh, the man was at fault. Right? Can you spell accountability? I can spell and smell the BS.
but
I got myself
there's
all made
nothing
up.
wrong with the Cheesecake Factory, right?
Yes, there's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
Look at
I mean,
look at my planner where we were gonna go originally.
see, now that's where we should have went. All right, right there. Call him.
See-
Call him.
No,
What do you mean no?
see,
I
I
know you
specifically
didn't.
told you both yesterday and this morning that I'd come to pick you up at 4 a.m. At 4 p.m. Right?
Mm.
And I got to your place at 4 p.m. You didn't even come downstairs for another hour, and so I was waiting downstairs.
I
For an
understand.
hour.
No,
But
you
I
don't.
wasn't expecting for work to take me so long.
Yeah, okay.
I got
You
home
were getting
really
piped.
late, and like I said, I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment.
And
That is not possible.
and that's why
You're skipping over the part that you took an hour to get downstairs. What took your fat ass that long to get back downstairs to go in his car when he was on time? Why do you guys even do this anymore? There's too many videos of women that make you wait an hour and a half just to go out for a dinner date that they're not even paying for. To put on a pound of makeup to try to hide with the love handles that they got, and basically come out here and act entitled. You guys need to stop doing this. Stop being simps. Stop doing this nonsense. Stop. There's no real women out there anymore. And if there are, they're probably taken already or another country. Don't be wasting your time. Like seriously, this whole thing is a joke, and I feel bad for him. But I'm just like, he needs a kick in the butt.
I'm thinking, okay, if we're not there in the relationship to, at your apartment, then maybe we're not ready in a relationship for such a nice, fancy restaurant as Aria.
There you go. There you go, boy. That's what I'm talking about. Too early for this, too early for that. Perfect.
If I'm paying for the whole thing, which I'm still willing to do, I would have been. But if we're late, I told you twice.
It wasn't that late.
We literally left your place at the time the reservation was.
And like, I want to believe this is a skit, but I don't think it's a skit. And the sad part is there's a lot of women like this. Entitled. Why don't you just be happy? Could be a coffee date, which so many of you hate for some reason. You're not paying a dime. Me? It's one of two things. You either coffee date where it's cheap and we talk, or we can skip everything and go to bed together. I don't really care. See, I get something from losing my time wasting with you. You got a problem with that? Just remember, well, what did your last boyfriends do? Oh, that's right. They didn't pay a dime.
It's supposed to be. And I specifically said 4 because maybe we could get there early and even have some time to get to know each other on the way there and while we're in the parking lot. I'm waiting for a reservation.
We can still get to know each other. Isn't there another restaurant you can call that, like, the equivalent to that? I mean, you don't understand. Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with it.
The only reason why I think that she can't go in there is because the people that can afford her pretty much either go there or work there. So it's really not good to eat where you sleep.
Or die. That's embarrassing.
Listen, as I said, I have very specific certain expectations for that. I can tell it's not gonna be there. And maybe we're not right.
P-Hub, X-Gerbil, Only Buddies. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I don't think there's anyone we should be talking about disrespect or looking bad when you have videos that show women doing degrading things. So, and I'm sorry that's embarrassing, but I have seen women do far worse and they seem to be fine. So don't come to me talking about cheesecake is the worst thing a woman can be seen doing.
For each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh no, he didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
so you just want to call it a night? I mean, isn't there some kind of compromise or something?
Yeah, get on your back. His friend looks lonely. There's your compromise.
Ladies, can you believe this?
I'm sorry, y'all.
And that's the other thing. You see what she's doing. Ladies, you see what's going on here? Because she knows there's a whole bunch of toxic women that have the same mentality. But the problem is you're going to have a whole bunch of other women that will be like, that's stupid. That's dumb. How do you know that? Because she'll probably turn up the comment section because she got called out for being a moron. Thinking a whole bunch of women were going to join up with her, and they probably turned against her. So she probably turned off the comment section because she don't want to hear it.
If I don't feel respected, I am not gonna go through with the rest of the day.
Well, I mean, you are serious. You really leaving?
Yeah. I mean, you didn't want this place anyway, right?
I mean, I understand that I was late. I understand that.
Yeah,
I understand that I could have been a bit bit more cooperative.
But
You made some good points. That's why I'm willing to compromise. Are you sure you want to go home?
yeah, get on your back. His bed's comfy. There you go, compromise. I don't know why you trying to like, oh, I'm trying to. You now just realizing because you got called out for it. You thought you had a simp that was going to pay for your meals and fatten your belly up. And then after that, go to Dirty D Rodney and let him pipe you a couple of hours. Come on, let's stop pretending like you don't know how this goes.
I don't have a lot of rules. I don't have a lot of expectations for a first date, but I've already set them, and you've broken every one.
Oh
So,
my God.
There you go.
I'm sorry.
Stop saying sorry. Don't say it. Don't ever apologize to the man.
All right, whatever. Well, I mean, I guess I understand. You got to do what you got to do.
Yep. What?
I understand where you're coming
What the hell's wrong with you women playing with your fake hair? Anyway, so this is what irritates me is that this generation of women think that it's okay to just like be picky and choosy. Like you're above what you're getting. And that mentality is just going out of control, especially on things like TikTok, which is already corrupting so many people's minds. They come out here demanding, oh, I deserve this, oh, I deserve that, and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. No, you don't. Get what you get, and that's it. Move on. But the fact that you sit here complaining that someone takes you to a restaurant that just happens to be a chain restaurant, and you're complaining is because, well, you're above that. Well, if you're above that, then pay for your own damn meals. And you're going to ruin it for a lot of women who are okay with this. Because men are going to start saying, if she's like this, then these other women are like this. And I don't blame them. And it's up to you, women, to stand up. Don't go to the men's channels and do this, but go to those women who make these stupid videos. Grow a pair and tell them, y'all need to stop. There's nothing wrong with this. You're ruining it for the rest of us. Let men see that you will not tolerate this. Don't go to the men's channels and tell them this. Go to the females who are doing the nonsense and call them out. See, when you go to the men's channels, it's a safe space. When you go there, you're afraid to do it. You show men that you care by going to their channels and telling them off. Now, this guy is a nice guy, which some people would consider a simp. But the problem is he's just too damn nice for the wrong woman. Plain and simple. You decided to take this woman out, and you can see he didn't have the most amount of confidence. He's a young guy dating an older woman who any other guy would have spotted as a mile away as just being damaged goods. But you know what? You take him out, you want to go on a date, you want to do all this great stuff, and then she can't even respect you enough to say, hey, I'm happy, but let's go someplace else. Let's eat here. No, she wants to go to some fancy restaurant that she probably can't even afford on her own. That's why she called you. And I think there's actually another video where they had a sit-down talk, and I hope it's not true. I'll find the video and I'll do a reaction to that. I hope that he doesn't like. They say that he requests I'll try another date with you. I hope not, because then he's just a simp. But it also shows you that men who cannot get women will take whatever they can get and give them second, third, and fourth chances, which is going to teach women to say, like, you know, you can still be disrespectful, but you can give them a second chance and they'll just jump on it, because men don't have the confidence as they used to basically go after new women. It's sad, but I'm going to keep my fingers crossed for this kid. But till then, this is the Man Cave signing off.